She is a good girl. I think she's boring. Believe me, 20 minutes later you'll be snoring.
In 2024, it's practically impossible to watch Jojo Siwa do anything without feeling secondhand embarrassment. Her entire bad girl era has been nothing but cringe. The former Nickelodeon star has been on a mission to transform her image from a family-friendly kids bop influencer to a serious and adult singer. This transition on its own isn't a problem. It's how she's gone about it that's left people genuinely baffled.
Keep burning, keep living, knowing.
As everyone already knows, Jojo Siwa started her career as a kid. Her mom was a dance instructor, and by the age of 10 to 11, Jojo was already competing with her mom on shows like Dance Moms. By 2016, she released her biggest song to date, titled Boomerang. The song went 2 times platinum, and the music video hit over 1 billion views.
Talking that talk, but I'ma keep walking my walk, and I won't hear a sound.
Following that success, she signed with Nickelodeon and proceeded to be one of the biggest brand success stories in recent memory. You might think that sounds like an exaggeration, but she literally released her own line of hair bows, selling over 80 million of them.
The bows have sold over 80 million.
She produced her own line of cereals, board games, and other Nickelodeon-sponsored merch. She featured in several dance shows, TV shows, movies, and video games. She won several awards, including a Game Changer Award and being named on Time's Top 100 Most Influential People list in 2020 and 2021. So, Jojo was basically a multimillionaire before she even hit the legal drinking age. The problem, however, is that as she became an adult, she wanted to be associated less with the SpongeBob cameos and more with an edgy, mature pop star image. In 2024, a now 21-year-old Jojo Siwa was prepared to show the world how much growing up she had done.
This moment of making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist is very important to me, and I have wanted to take my time to make sure this moment is as perfect as possible. And this moment will come within the next
soon. I think the way you're looking at this.
As many people have already pointed out, this was problem number 1 for Jojo. She wanted to rebrand so hard that she just kept on announcing the fact over and over again until people got sick of hearing it.
It's not for kids anymore.
Warning, the following content is not made for children.
Pick your poison if you stick around, because it's not for kids. Making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist.
There's nothing more ballsy than this song. I don't care if people like it, I don't care if people hate it, but I want people to turn their head at it, and I want people to notice it, and I want people to say, oh shit, she did that.
The reality was that there was never any need to say it so many times. If she wanted people to see her as a controversial and mature pop star, all she needed to do was be that person. And that's honestly a huge reason why most people find Jojo Siwa both embarrassing and annoying at the same time. Having confidence in yourself is necessary as an artist, but with Jojo, she just goes on and on about how great she is.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
When it was finally time to let the music do the talking, she dropped the song Karma. The internet pretty much found out immediately that the song was from over a decade ago. A song her studio bought and managed to make a worse version of. But what really sent everyone into uncontrollable laughter was the terrible music video. This portion of the video in particular was extremely hard to watch.
Honestly, so Freddie, I was on my baby girl Freddie. And then one day I was just joking around, I was like, oh my god, Freddie, I didn't tell you. Wait, it works. So we got Freddie, somebody brought up to me like, hey, one of your kids hate their rhyming names. So I was like, valid, I need to make sure they got good middle names. So we have Freddie J, Eddie Anthony, and Teddy Tyler. They're my mom, dad, and best friend.
Nobody was quite ready for Jojo's weird air humping, the full-blown Gene Simmons costume, and, of course, the weird seizure dance that went viral for being absolutely ridiculous. And so, the meme era of Jojo Siwa had officially begun. Following this, she did a bunch of live shows on her tour, which indicates how confused she is about her identity. Even though she no longer wanted to be seen as a child star, she still played certain shows where the majority of the audience were kids. That's especially weird because she's become rage bait in these live shows, just trying everything in order to seem wild, like touching herself as she performs. It's so obvious that she's trying way too hard to be viral right here. It comes off as forced and incredibly hard to watch. Any criticism she's received over this just falls on deaf ears, as her insane self-confidence just means she'll double down on it, even though people make fun of her for doing it.
Jojo, she can't stop with the cringe, can't she? It's like she's trying so hard to fill the shoes of a sex symbol, and it's just not working at all. She takes a rose from her bra, takes out the clipping, pulls and extends the black BDSM booty shorts she has on, and proceeds to put the flower in it like she just did something spectacular. Then touches her cootie cat with her tongue sticking out too, like, bruh, nah, this is creepy as hell, man. Like, Jojo, why is she on this timeline? Why is she in this arc? What is this, bro?
On top of that, she's also doing the best she can to drink on stage whenever she gets the chance. That one's not particular to being on stage, though. Ever since she's turned 21, she's taken any opportunity to show how wild she is by drinking. For some reason, Jojo thinks drinking or being drunk is an extreme sport or something. And she'll do it even though she's admitted to not liking it and only wants people to think she likes it.
I want to pretend drunk. I don't believe it or not, I don't like drinking. I've drank in other countries where it's legal at my age, and you're like, nah, it's not for me. Don't enjoy it, but I do want everyone to think that I'm absolutely and I want to pretend, but like everyone like thinks I am, but I'm not.
It's one of the clearest evidence that this whole bad girl era is 100% a marketing strategy, and a poor one at that. Miley Cyrus and Britney Spears never had to fake liking to drink, and she's actively trying to copy those artists. However, there's this one hilarious video of her being drunk in Disneyland, trying to get people to sing the lyrics to her song, but nobody knows it, and it just ends up being an awkward mess.
I would have never left around. Yeah, we know it. It'd be your own. Here, let's try this one. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not cheat. Thou shalt not get caught. End up just like me.
It's almost a perfect metaphor for what's happening with her. Jojo obviously cares about her image and what people say about her, which is why she does so many of these interviews, reminding everyone of how groundbreaking, unique, and great she is. A good example of this was how she reacted to someone booing her at one of her live shows recently.
The living fuck just booed me. Where the fuck did that come from? Which one of you? Which one of you? Respectfully?
It's so incredibly petty and awkward that you honestly wonder if she's still able to feel any sort of embarrassment. There's also a theory from people online that this moment might be staged, which, if it is, would be way worse. She does this thing where she wants people to think criticism fuels her, and she invites it, whereas you can clearly see the insecurities poking through the act. Like when she reacted to her Karma music video being the most disliked music video on YouTube in all of 2024.
Your number one first place overall goes to Karma by Jojo Siwa with 3.1 million dislikes.
It doesn't matter how loud she screams, she's never successfully drowning out the reality of that. Also, in the background there, you can see that she has full-sized cardboard cutout of herself, which is precisely the type of thing that makes people laugh at her. There really is no point in reacting to criticism if she's going to pretend there's nothing about her to be criticized about.
It's been fun. It's been criticized, that's for sure. And
Why do you think that is?
people are afraid of things they don't know. Things can be scary for people. New things can be very, very scary. But I think that creating art is such a special, special thing. And I'm very lucky that I'm one of the people in the world that gets to create art.
This one is one of those interviews where she's unfortunately being dead serious. As many people have pointed out, she's trying extra hard to copy Miley Cyrus and have her own bangers era. But at the same time, she honestly thinks what she's doing is new and unique for some reason. Like in an interview where she's talking about this brand change she's going through. The interviewer asks her what her dream guest on her podcast would be, and she replies like this.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes.
The secondhand embarrassment you get from watching that is honestly ridiculous. It gets even more ridiculous when she's talking about having kids in the future. Apparently, she's already picked names for them and tattooed them on her arm.
My babies. I cannot wait to have kids. People ask me why I do this, and it's one day I want to have a great little family. I got my 3 kids' names picked out, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
No way.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. I got 3 tattoos dedicated to them somewhere on my arm over here. They're like tucked in there. Yep, got a sperm donor lined up and all. We're ready. We just gotta be patient. I got a couple years, but.
The fact that she's picked out 3 male names and tattooed them like she already knows what gender she's going to be giving birth to just proves how much she's not ready for motherhood. Usually, for things like this, the fans are divided, but all the top comments on the video are pretty much saying the same thing. Nikki, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn, the sequel. Her having kids is gonna be the end of humankind. And she talks like she wants an object, a car, or something like that. She even wants a specific gender and such a number of babies. She's literally idealizing on easy life as a single mother. She doesn't show maturity for this. She needs to change her attitude and realize that children are not just another addition to her life.
I cannot wait to have kids. People ask me why I do this, and it's one day I want to have a great little family. I got my 3 kids' names picked out, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
After Karma, anyway, Jojo released another music video for her song Guilty Pleasure, and with it, another brand new dance. It's honestly hard to tell which of the 2 dance moves is worse, because the Guilty Pleasure one is also extremely bad. She does like to call herself an entertainer or an artist, so at the end of the day, all she needs to do is do that. She needs to put out music that matches what she's describing in her interviews. She needs to come up with dance choreography that doesn't instantly become a meme and actually find a fashion style that suits her. Because the truth is, she still doesn't know who she wants to be at this stage, and so she's really just trying too hard.
Y'all check out this clip of Jojo Siwa boring the audience in England with her rant, which took away half the time of her minuscule 15-minute set. Meanwhile, the audience, crickets.
Write your own song.